So up until this point, I've either been using a really inexpensive lavalier mic, which I didn't like. It kept breaking off and it just didn't sound, it sounded good, but it still picked up a lot of background noise. Now I'm using the Takstar SGC-598, and here it is right here, just out of frame, pointing directly at me. I have it at plus 10 decibels, and I have the mic volume on the VideoMic Pro app using the iPhone 11 Pro Max set at about halfway. So I haven't been too happy with this mic either. First of all, it takes AA batteries and there's no auto off on there. So meaning that I've wasted plenty of batteries already because I keep forgetting to turn it off. To try to fix that and try to make it the audio just as crisp as can possibly be in this room, I have invested in the new VideoMic NTG by Rode. I am so excited about this. I think that it can, number one, replace this mic, but it can also replace my Rode podcaster mic that I'm using for podcasts, obviously. This is a fantastic mic. It sounds great, and it's just big. My goal is actually to start traveling more and to do this on the road, and you can't really do that with this mic. So what I'm hoping to do, because you can actually plug this directly into your computer and use it as a USB-C mic, or in my case, the iPad, which we'll definitely be testing out. So to get started, let me go ahead and just show this to you. This is the front of the box, the VideoMic NTG, and you have Rode, and on the side it says you have 30 plus hours of battery life. So this is actually a built-in battery that you can recharge, and you have auto sensing output. So the cool thing with the auto sensing output is right now I need an actual adapter into the Lightning to 3.5mm jack by iPhone. You won't need that adapter. It's gonna automatically sense if you're plugged into a phone, DSLR, or your computer. So that is great. That's just one less adapter that you have to go, and probably resulting in less noise in your final video as well. And then it has a safety channel. I'm showing it to the mic. Can you see it, Mike? Yeah. It has a built-in safety channel, meaning it's going to record one level on the left channel and one level on the right channel. And if you have any audio clipping on one channel, you can easily switch to the other one. It's just a safety channel, so you're not like in a run and gun situation at a wedding and you have audio extremely loud and it's clipping. You just have a safety channel, because we all know that wedding videos are insanely important, because you do not want to upset that bride. Nope, do not want to do that. So also on the other side we have, it's highly directional, USB audio compatible, and precise gain control. You can actually go from 0 to 15 decibels, I believe. And the back is nothing special. It's just what's included in the box and yada yada yada. All right. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. And you guys know I'm great with unboxings. I did not come prepared with my knife, so here I am. And basically the same exact information on this. It just gives you a bigger picture of it, and all the fun stuff on the other side. Same exact information on the other side. So we're gonna go ahead and set this to the side, and let's open this bad boy up. Super excited. I want this. I'm in this for the long haul, and I'm doing a lot of videos and stuff, so I definitely, audio is very important. If the audio sucks, you're not gonna listen. Silica gel, don't need that. I will pick that up before my dogs eat it, for sure. There is no dog in here right now, or else that would be immediate need. So, just a quick look at the microphone. You have the Rode windscreen, which I heard isn't very good, but, you know, whatever, that's replaceable. You have the mount, you have the shock mount, And you have the adjustable volume control. See that it actually goes from 0 to 15 and it is super smooth. So the top button is actually does the high pass filter, goes 75 and 150, and then the bottom button is the power button, as well as you can do negative 20 decibels, and you can also do the safety channel. And then the little thing on the end, the little LED at the end, is whenever your audio peaks, it will actually go red, apparently, which is a nice little touch. So this thing is built, it's space grade aluminum or aluminium, whatever you want to call it. Feels fantastic, obviously. Oh, and then you have the jack right here. This little jack. Hi, jack. This will actually plug into your camera, or if you're using it through the USB port, which is on the other side, it will act as a headphone jack. And then this knob right here will actually control the volume of the headphones. So that's awesome. So what I'm going to do is, I believe there's actually a firmware update for this. I'm going to plug this into a Mac because I can't do it through my iPad. And I'm going to update the firmware, make sure I'm in the latest version, and we're going to see how it sounds compared to this $20 microphone that I'm using right now. So now you're listening to me on the Rode VideoMic NTG, and just for comparison, the levels are exactly the same. I set the knob to 10, which I'm assuming is 10 decibels. It goes up to 15, I set it to 10. And the iPhone input levels are at the halfway mark. I can already tell it's loud. So before I get into some of the pros and cons that I've already noticed with this mic when using it with the iPhone, let's test the levels out a little bit. I'm going to turn this all the way down. So in my mind, I think if I can get the input levels down as far as possible and then turn up the decibel boost on the mic, that it will become clearer and the background noise won't be as apparent. Because right now the AC is running. You should be able to hear it if I'm quiet. AC is running, it's usually pretty loud. So I'm going to turn down the levels all the way. And then I'm going to put the decibel knob to 15. I'm going to see how it sounds. So right now we're at 10 decibels with the input level all the way down. It's quiet, probably can't hear me very much. Right now we're at 15 and it's loud. I mean, it seems really good. Levels seem really good to me. So it should already, the background noise should be a little bit better. Let me be quiet for a second. So AC is still going strong, and yeah, let me go ahead and turn on the high pass filter to the 75 level. Let's go ahead and try the 150 level. So this is the 150 level of the high pass filter, and let me go ahead and turn it off. So something else that's on here is actually a high frequency boost. So I'm going to turn on that, and you do that by holding down that high frequency button. All right, so now it's on with no high pass filter on. Here's how it sounds. And let's turn on 75 high frequency boost, high pass filter. I'm getting those mixed up, I know, all throughout this video probably, so I apologize. And we're gonna go to 150. So this is the high pass filter at 150 with the high frequency boost at the on. And I'm curious how this sounds. I mean, the levels sound good, and I think this is going to take out the most sound because the AC is kind of a low rumble, and it should be filtering that out pretty well right now. So I'm gonna roll with this for the rest of the video. Hopefully it sounds good. I am going to stop the video in a second, edit what I have so far so I can give you my true opinions, because I obviously haven't heard it yet, so I have no idea. But so some of the pros and cons that I've found so far. One of the biggest questions I had was using the iPhone, would it turn on and off the mic automatically? So yes and no. Right now, what I have going on is I have the Lightning to 3.5 millimeter adapter, and then I have the SC3 Rode adapter, I believe, that you need for the iPhone. And then I have a 3.5 millimeter male to female extension cable because I'm on a boom mic. And then from there, I have the included Rode adapter. 3.5 millimeter adapter goes from the extension cable into the actual mic. So with this, turning on the mic when I plug it into the phone and turn the phone on seems hit and miss. Sometimes it turns on, sometimes it doesn't. However, when I unplug it, it turns off after a few seconds every time, which is the most important thing because obviously, if I'm looking at this and I don't see levels, it's not on. But my biggest thing is forgetting to turn the thing off. So that is a plus. The weird thing is if I don't have that SC3 adapter in there, when I'm using the extension cable, it doesn't register the mic at all. Like there's no input at all with the mic. So I don't know what that's about. Something with this extension cable, it needs the adapter, and I don't know. So if I was to go from the Lightning 3.5 millimeter adapter right into the Rode included 3.5 millimeter cable, it turns off and on perfectly. So something is weird with the extension cable. I don't know. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. And the other thing is I didn't need a firmware update. So getting the firmware was super easy. I just went to the Rode site. I Googled Rode NTG and it popped up download. I downloaded it from Mac, selected the microphone, and it just told me, hey, you don't need a firmware update. So it was super easy to do. So now I want to give you a couple of different audio clips so you can kind of compare what I think are the optimal settings. Now, number one, you're going to notice that the echo is gone. I realized that just by opening up the closet that's in front of me, it takes away like 90% of the echo. So that's awesome. So I wanted to do a quick test of both of these mics, what I think are the optimal settings with that closet open, so you guys can see exactly what the difference is between these two mics. So right now you're listening to the Rode VideoMic NTG. We're at a quarter of the way up on the input on the iPhone, and we have the decibel knob up to 15, and we're at 150 for the high pass filter, and the AC is on. So I'm going to be quiet for a second so you can see if you can hear it. You probably hear it a little bit, but it's not that bad. And just for comparison, I'm gonna turn off the high pass filter. So that's with no high pass filter on. I'm gonna turn it back. So we're back to 150. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch to the Takstar mic. So you can put these on the optimal settings. We're gonna be at the 10 decibel meter here, and then I'm going to keep the bass filter off just like this. It's off in here, and we're going to see how it compares with the Rode VideoMic at its optimal settings, at least for my current environment. So now you're listening to the Takstar mic, and I had to turn the input on the iPhone up to the halfway point because quarter of the way just wasn't getting much volume, and that's probably because this only goes up to the 10 decibel boost, and the Rode actually goes up to 15, which it was at. So this is at plus 10 with the bass filter off, and I'm gonna just be quiet for a second because the AC is on, and we're gonna see how it sounds. So I'm really curious how all of this sounds. I'm going to go ahead and pause this video. I'm going to go back and do some edits, and I'm going to come back with my real opinion on which one sounds the best and why. Alright, so I'm back. I've had a little time to listen to the clips over and over again, and in my opinion, you're actually listening to the best mic, and that is the Rode VideoMic NTG. It's not a surprise to anybody. The price difference is a lot. So when listening to the Takstar mic for 20 bucks, it's a good mic. Not gonna lie. The issue is number one, I keep forgetting to turn the freaking thing off, so I lose the batteries. That's a big negative. Number two, the Rode does a lot better job at getting rid of the blowing noise of the AC. So it did do a good job at actually getting rid of the bassy sound, because when I switched to the Rode without any high pass filter on, you can hear the of the AC very loud. And the Takstar did a good job at getting rid of that noise. But when when it comes to how clear my voice is with that, you could still hear some of the blowing of the AC, and it just made my voice like kind of high pitched and just more robotic sounding. When I have it on the Rode, like right now, with the high pass filter set to 150, it sounds a lot clearer in my opinion. And I mean, that's what it's all about. So all in all, considering those facts and the fact that this Rode mic should be able to replace the Rode Podcaster, which is a great mic, but this is big, bulky, heavy, and something I can't really put in my bag and just take with me. So I have a feeling the next review is going to be comparing the Podcaster to this. And this is probably going to be a really good podcasting mic. That's what it's about. So if I can get rid of this stuff right here, that's going to recoup the vast majority of the cost of the Rode VideoMic NTG. So for me, having a one-stop solution without having to apply filters and stuff to my audio to try to get rid of the AC noise and all the other background noise, and I've had some horrible sounding videos on the Takstar mic that I've spent hours editing, and then I've just scrapped the whole thing because it sounds like poop, and I don't like that. So this sounds fantastic, and I think it's worth the money, and I'm very happy with this. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys for watching, and subscribe. That helps a lot. I'm trying to get my videos and the audio just sounding super good and looking better. I hope you guys like all of this, and there's so much more to come. The next video up will be comparing the Podcaster to the NTG. So we're going to make sure I can actually replace it before I commit to keeping this thing. But that video will be coming up shortly. Appreciate you guys for watching. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.